Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about the idea of rerolling in Genshin Impact with topics such as what is rerolling, is rerolling bannable, should you reroll, how banners work in this game, and who to reroll for. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, so I'm including timestamps below and in the comments in case you guys want to skip a topic. So let's get on with our first topic. Topic number 1. What is rerolling? Rerolling is a terminology when used in gacha games to repeat a summon over and over until you're satisfied with your summons. In some games, such as Genshin Impact, you have to restart an account to do the tutorial and perform a reroll summon. Topic number 2. Is rerolling bannable? The short answer is, you probably won't get banned as it's not against terms of service. The really long answer is, there's some scare over whether you get banned for rerolling or not. On the Chinese forums, it was reported that Chinese beta accounts with 5 stars were getting banned during the open beta. Some users believed this was due to buying, selling, trading, or even just rerolling. However, other users reported back saying that the accounts that were banned were 5-star only accounts that went inactive for a long duration, presumably because they were flagged for potentially being stored for selling. Customer support states, while the terms of service ask you to not share, buy, sell accounts, or that will result in an instant ban, the same is not true for rerolling, though we highly recommend to avoid rerolling as multiple account making can be seen as trying to create accounts in order to sell them. A dev also backed up the statement by discouraging the use of rerolling and that they reserved the right to ban. However, all companies reserve the right to ban for anything. This is a failsafe that companies have so that they can do whatever they want, such as accidentally banning someone that did nothing wrong and not have any negative repercussions for it. All in all, I think it's fine to reroll, as I've never seen a game go nuts over users rerolling, as well as all my Chinese open beta accounts still being active, even though I've used multiple emails as well as salted emails. For those that don't know, salting is a technique that can be used to sign up for an account multiple times using the same email. It involves using a plus or dot followed by numbers or letters before the @email.com of your address. This results in the original mail address receiving mail sent to the salted email. So this will definitely help when rerolling in this game if they don't allow you to soft reset your account, so you don't have to create multiple emails over and over. For those that want to see an example of this technique, this is one of the dummy emails that I used for rerolling on stream. And as you can see, these emails are being sent to Genshin Pi plus 11, Genshin Pi plus 10, Genshin Pi plus 6, Genshin Pi plus 3, etc, etc. Now into the topic of should you reroll. The rates in Genshin Impact are quite low to make it seem like it's not free to play friendly, but there's a really good pity system to balance it out. We'll talk about the pity system after this, but at 0.6% chance to get a 5-star on a single summon, it would take theoretically somewhere around 167 summons to get a 5-star. If you were to do an Adventure Rank 7 reroll to get 30 summons, it would take approximately 6 reroll runs of getting to Adventure Rank 7, which is about 3 hours if you follow my route. If you haven't checked that video, you can always check it out at the end of this video. You could also do AR5 rerolls, aka tutorial only rerolls, and that would take about 17 to 20 minutes for about 10 pulls. Now, you don't have to have a 5-star to play or beat the game, but the way I see it, rerolling helps fight the urge to summon, and you're going to want to save your summons for the pity system. The pity system works in this manner. You're guaranteed to obtain a 5-star within every 90 summons. The pity does reset every time you summon a 5-star, and that 5-star has a 50% chance to be a featured character on character banners. If your 5-star is not the featured character, your next 5-star is guaranteed to be the featured character. Now for weapon banners, the rate is supposedly 0.7% as opposed to the 0.6% on other banners. And another difference is that instead of the 50% chance to have the featured character, for weapon banners it's a 75% chance to get the featured weapon. Now because of this, worst case scenario, you would need to perform 18 multis on a banner to guarantee a rate up unit or weapon. So if you're free to play or even possibly pay to play, you should re-roll so that you can save close to 18 multis to guarantee the character you want when they get featured on a banner, or maybe even a weapon. I did forget to mention that pity does not transfer between banners for both scenarios of character banners and weapon banners, or just banners in general. So you're going to definitely need to have 18 continuous multis just to be safe. Alright, now that you guys know about the pity system and a general idea of how many multis you're going to want to save at a time, let's talk a little bit about the gacha currency income. From closed beta testing 3 to open beta testing, the developers have reduced the amount of income you're going to be getting. The first way they did this was with the Spiral Abyss, which is the endgame tower-based system, which is single player only. Now the first 8 levels are not going to reset monthly, Instead, they're going to be giving 300 Primo Gems per floor, one time only. After floor level 8, the rewards are going to be resetting twice a month, although for the average player, it's probably going to take quite a while to get past floor level 8, which leaves the main source of gems to be treasure chests, but they also did reduce the amount of gems you're going to be getting from each chest. These chests also do not respawn except for maybe the possible common chest, and that also leaves then the main source of renewable gems being the dailies, which from this post, it states that you're going to be getting about 1,800 Primo Gems per month. If you guys are unsure of what this all means, each 10 summon multi in this game costs 1,600 Primo Gems. With all these reductions in Primo Gem income, it's going to make it so that each multi is very valuable, especially once you exhaust all the finite gem resources such as story missions, side missions, chests, shrines, etc. This here is a site that's been floating around the community as well as used by some content creators to show upcoming banners along with dates. However, this is just a predicted lineup based on closed beta testings. As you can tell, this Venti banner showcases Chongyuan, Barbara, and Fischl, but in-game it's been confirmed that it's going to be Xiangling, Fischl, and Barbara as the 4-star rate ups, so you can expect these to change and maybe even the order to change. This site also lists that Chi-Chi is after Xiao and Keqing is afterwards, followed by Mona. Now for the question of who to reroll for. That is honestly a tough question with no real solid answer. The reason for that is because this is a freestyle combat game. If you reroll and pull a 5-star character that is rated very highly, but you don't enjoy their playstyle, chances are you're not going to have as high DPS uptime or the ability to dodge as another character that you do enjoy. So don't take tier lists to heart, just kind of watch some videos, ask some people around about how characters are to find out which character is right for you. If you just want to take a cop-out answer, just reroll for any 5-star. They're all great in their own regard, but they all excel more so in their own field of different aspects. Like take for example, this is D-Luke. He's the character I played most of open beta testing with. He is a high tier DPS unit that has an E that can be activated 3 times and an ultimate which sends out a flying bird and ignites your sword with pyro. This is Jean. Her active ability is a damaging skill as well as a control skill, with her ultimate being a heal that also applies the wind element to your weapon. She's a highly sought after unit due to her well-balanced kit and looking like Saber from the Fate series. This is Keqing, arguably the most sought after unit due to her high DPS numbers and ability to warp around the map like Minato from Naruto or Noctis from the Final Fantasy series. This warping is not only a damage skill but allows for easier exploration of the map. This is Mona, a water mage who can run on water and is also the fastest character in the game. Her E puts down a taunt that constantly pulsates water and deals damage to them. Her ultimate imprisons all enemies in it in a water stasis field that also have reduced defense, making her an extremely great support, but she also does good damage on her own. This is Chi-Chi, an undead lolly whose active skill spawns a frost spirit that constantly applies cryo to enemies and environment around it. It is also an active skill along with her ultimate that can be used to heal in large quantities. This healing as of right now is a little bit excessive, but in the future it could prove to be very useful. This is Venti, a limited time bow unit of the wind attribute whose skill does damage as well as CCs the enemy. His ultimate is that he fires a bow which pulls enemies in and deals a large amount of damage to them. I did forget to mention that Venti also has the ability to create a wind tunnel all by himself using his active skill, similar to one of these wind tunnels created by combining 3 wind spirits together. This is a very useful skill for traveling the world in exploration to hunt down Oculus and various other things. There are a lot of people who are looking to take the alternative to rerolling, which is pretty much just start the game with whatever you have, since you can beat it with whatever, and push the content as fast as possible to raise their world level, which will in turn allow them to get higher tier loot. In my opinion, that doesn't really matter too much if you are delayed by a couple hours to a day or more rerolling, all because there is a finite amount of content. Once you've explored all of these markers, collected them all, you're going to have to wait for the next content update, outside of doing the possibly drudging co-op, which we'll talk about later. This game is more about team building rather than have 1-star solo character do everything for you. So you're going to have to build a well-balanced team of elemental reactions and passives. We'll go over reactions and team building in another video. But if you guys have any questions about rerolling or suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.